Hello everybody. Well, I've been doing this for a year now, and if I'm honest, I was hoping that it would have gone a lot further in this time. I think it's safe to say at this time that while I have had immense fun doing this, that it's never really going to go anywhere, so it is with a heavy heart that I am going to shut down. I appear to have just been handed a hastily written note by my editor. This won't be coming out on April 1st, you idiot. P.S. You're not even recording it on April 1st, you idiot. Well, in that case, with that in mind, welcome to the Feral Brony's first anniversary special. Now covered in confetti. Enjoy the show, guys. I am going to be reacting today to the first ever reaction that I did. This is, as I say, the first one I did back when I started, and I was actually posting it onto what was then my main channel, but has since become actually my side channel, which was Feral Gaming and Stuff. It was part of the Stuff. It's since become part of the Feral Brony, and it is available in the reactions playlist on my page. Yeah, are we prepared for a lot of cringe from someone who was not only starting out in the Brony community, but was pretty much starting out on YouTube and everything else? Because back then, the extent of my activity on YouTube was archiving my gaming streams. That was pretty much it. I had the odd highlights reel, but I didn't do anything like this. Anyway, let's cut through the gubbins in this bit. Put on the Bluetooth headphones, so there's no lead. Already improving. And let's watch my first ever reaction video. Oh, this is gonna be cringy. Hey, and welcome to the first episode of Feral's Blind Reactions. It's the first episode for me, although it's the third episode of Season 7 of MLP. Right, okay, it was obvious I was using not so great equipment then, because I've just had to turn the volume on this up to max so that I can hear me. I also remember that this was actually when I was back when I was recording on my phone. So, yeah, it's... I'm sorry? Not the best quality. Oh, using transitions, using fade transition, not jump cuts. Further episodes should be better. Oh, okay. Yeah. This actually recorded in 30 FPS, but it only played back in 15. It only rendered in 15 for some reason.
I can't believe a whole class just came down with the horsey hives. On school
That sounds unpleasant.
Day.
It is unpleasant. It is unpleasant.
Sorry,
just cheerleader in the back. At the side.
We'll do our best. We'll bring snacks, I'll read to them, and get them gifts.
Yeah, that whole no hair, bushy beard thing, that really didn't work for me, did it? Spike, you're not alone in that. Don't think you're so special. Get over yourself. Oh, God, show a little energy, man! See, this is before I had apparently come up with my stage persona, darling, and was almost incapable of putting any energy into my videos. It's called A Flurry of Them. Oh, boy, they look haggard.
Oh my gosh! How's my favorite niece?
This is also back before I started cutting out the video while I was reacting, which someone recently did ask me about, and basically the reason I now cut out the episode while I'm talking is for twofold reasons. That's three, but I meant two. The twofold reason is that first off, it makes it better on it makes it easier on copyright to claim, you know, look, this is not using the whole episode. This is greatly edited, lots of bits to cut out. It cannot be considered a replacement for the original. And the second is it just works so much better for the thing, you know. I'm not vying for attention with the video's not vying for attention with me, except for now where I'm going to have to leave that dance in. Oh God, cringe, already cringe. I'd forgotten that I did that. I also forgot that I flipped the video. That was my attempts at skirting copyright back then, it seems, whereas in fact now I just do it properly and cut out the majority of it, or good big portions of it, just so that I am actually abiding by the fair use rules.
Horrors. See, just practicing for when she has to subjugate the masses, practicing her face.
Even when I was putting in energy back then, I wasn't even putting in energy. See, nowadays I would have actually put some effort into that. Grrr!
We'll just put Flurry's things over here, Twily.
By the corn dogs.
Oh, I've forgotten that I did that voice as well. Such cringe, such cringe.
Her whammy.
I take it Flurry named
Whammy.
it?
Yup. If she gets
God.
fussy, just
have
give
to.
her the whammy and she'll calm right
I
down.
just remembered the
You
whammy.
getting all this, Twily?
Whammy,
If she
got it.
gets fussy, just give her
Where
the
you guys
whammy.
headed anyway?
You remember my friend from the Royal
Whammy.
Guard?
Don't do that. Beating kids is wrong.
Honestly,
Yeah, I still do not condone violence towards children.
Have no fear. The best aunt ever has everything under control.
See, now I still have a problem in that I'm looking at reacting to the episode. I'm watching the episode in the bottom corner, whereas I need to be watching me. Well, again, not just the episode. Obviously, I'm supposed to be watching, the whole thing, not just me, not the episode, all of it.
Yeah, she's a surprisingly good flyer for her age. I mean, I understand that ponies born with wings are going to be better with them, but at her age, I mean, didn't she like a
Sorry,
couple of weeks
Bug.
old? Shouldn't
Did
she
that
still have
scare
trouble
you?
walking at this point?
Do I still do that? I think I do still establish imagined timelines in my head, because back when I watched this, I obviously did. Back when this episode was aired, there was actually no hint as to how old she was. This could have been years. I think I actually still have an issue with imagining timelines in my head, and I'm sure I've done that in recent episodes.
Is this art?
What are you doing, man?
No such thing as a mistake in art. If it comes from here,
Shining
and
armor.
makes people
Get
feel
it!
something, it's
Pardon the rant. Give me some hooks.
Still agree with that, though kind of cringe at the whole art thing.
It changed
Wow,
my
he's another
world.
bro then. Dude, I'm
This is
telling
my
artist.
legacy.
Painful cringe. I feel a stabbing pain in the cringe centres of my brain.
do they mean her favorite thing to decorate a room with?
To be fair, she is a foal. There's a lot worse things she could be decorating the room with.
See, I missed back then. I just noticed now that there was a nice silhouette of Spike and Twilight on the back wall, on the wall behind them.
20 minutes behind schedule, should have put Twilight
Okay,
out of action.
we
Should
just
have
need to grab some
driven her
toys and
completely
we are
neurotic.
out of here.
Oh, great. So I put jump cuts in there. I looked like a jump cut. And just random cut that bit, stick it in there. It had no effect on copyright deals or anything. I didn't even know why I cut that bit. If I was just going to insert most of the episode anyway, why cut that?
Is it just me, or does Twilight seem to be a little out of character in this episode?
Oh, wow, so this is me showing energy. That was me showing energy back then.
She's ignoring her list.
Even when I was showing energy, I'm not showing energy.
Don't you have a huge collection? Yes, but... Sorry,
She doesn't live at the library anymore, so, she doesn't have all the books. She lives in her own castle now. She's just going to have the books she
And
wants.
castles obviously have libraries.
I just wish I'd learned Latin early.
too long.
Wish I'd learned Latin at all.
Alien alicorns versus space pirates?
Yeah, Alien Alicorns versus Space Pirates. Is it just me, or does that seem a little
That
one-sided?
just felt like a really awkward jump cut there.
Well,
Yarr, prepare to be born.
Show some damn energy, man!
To be fair, that's not the worst thing she could have drawn on a chalkboard. I was drawing much worse things on chalkboards when I was at school.
Yeah, this is me trying to keep my show family friendly back then as well.
Right, so they've
Footprints
become the
all
typical
over the carpet.
neurotic parents
forever to
who
clean
want to
up.
get away from
But
their
remember
baby
how cute her little
and
face
yet can't
was
do
when we
anything
caught
but think
her?
about it when they're
she
gone.
was like,
So wow, even back then I talked with my hands a lot. I mean, I know I still do that now. I'm doing it right now, but I don't know. Did I always do that? I mean, I know I did that in the videos, as I'm doing here, but I don't know if I actually do that in real life. But yeah, I mean, I know now that I talk a lot with my hands. I can't stop while I'm doing these videos. I can't stop talking with my hands. Or talking to my hands, but that might be something else that I should probably seek medication for.
do you still have a giant file of every pony's favorite treat? In my secret party planning cave. BRB.
See, the problem back then with leaving the whole episode in is that they were all longer. Okay, the editing was easier and quicker, but it didn't look nearly as good as it does now to me. I mean, like I say, I'm vying for attention between the episode and myself. I mean, the episode and myself are vying for attention over each other, and now, you know, I'm not trying to shout over the video. The episode's not trying to shout over me, and the editing just seems to make more sense. You know, there's not just random jumps in places like that.
Why did everyone just look at him like it was his fault?
I was just gonna say, we're here.
Oh, wow, that cut there. Oh, yeah, nothing obviously shaved from that part.
What was it?
Because so far
It was
she's just not.
Oh, that one. Yeah, the editing as well. The way I did it this time, leaving the episode going over while I'm speaking, led to random chops in between sentences. You know, halfway through one sentence, it'll cut, and then it's the halfway through another sentence, and it just doesn't fit together properly like that. Yeah, okay, the new editing style, it takes quite a bit more effort and work, but it works out so much better than this one.
We just saw her knocking over pills and things. If she'd stopped to just swallow a few of those.
Speak up!
Oh wait, yeah, magical. Damn you.
Everything's gonna...
You know, that's just like.
Oh, another cut there. I am so glad I don't do that anymore. And yeah, I actually kind of need to apologise for that, I think. I think it was at least Campfire Tales, maybe later actually, that I started doing my current editing style. So all the way up until then, I was cutting sentences halfway another sentence to it when I needed to edit part of the whole thing out.
Flurry, that was very, very bad. You could have hurt some ponies.
Also, I think the episode that I've put on screen has actually grown since then. I might need to go back to this and shrink it down, because the way I'm doing it now, I think it doesn't leave a lot of room for anything else on screen.
She's flip-flopped a lot in this episode, you know, between focusing on the list.
Also, back then, because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I have actually added a blur around the edge of the episode, so it's not just a sharp transition between episode, my video. There is actually some degree of transition between them now.
It's small, like her. I
Or
can't
like
do this
a
anymore.
corn dog.
Oh, why with the voice? Okay, now if I do stuff like that, I don't know if it's as cringy as it was back then, but that just looks like... I was attempting it, but because I was putting no energy into it, it just feels so cringy now.
That's actually a good point.
Oh, we missed you so
There's all those
much.
packs of nappies there, which she just left there, and they gave her all of those
But it
for when
looks
they
like
needed,
you had
for
a
when she
great
needed to
time
change her.
without us.
Actually, not so much.
She's
Flurry
not
got
changed
into
her
the mischief.
once.
Not changed to once. That we've seen. There were bits in between the scenes that were going that we've not seen.
Well, she's carrying around an extra
It
three
turns out
stone
being the
in
best
her
aunt
shorts.
ever isn't she taught me a really...
Oh, the cuts! That one didn't even make any sense. It's not like I cut to get to another bit in a hurry. That was just like a random bit of video went missing there.
Actually, do stick that on cake. Okay.
Yeah, I have noticed that I still kick the camera and more cringe. Oh, the dance, the cringe, the cringy cringeness of Cringington. Yeah, I still do occasionally kick the camera, but because of my new editing style, a lot of the time I can actually now cut it out. Yeah, you can stop the freeze frame now.
Right, what did I think of that episode? I actually thought it was a good episode. I like that episode. It was quite a good episode last week. No, sorry, inside joke.
Yeah, I still stumble over my words a bit, and
Now,
yeah. Hey, look, Magic Trick, the things came off. No, it also seems that I didn't know back then that I can actually brighten the video in post-production. See, I know technical terms. I may not use them right, but I know them.
I'm gonna have to give this a proper review later.
Yeah, that was back when I planned on doing proper reviews after the fact rather than just the first impressions, but I might get to it someday, but I kind of doubt it now. It's just the first impressions, pretty much what you get, and anything that I change my mind about and post later on Twitter.
The issue that I've had is she has suddenly gained very strong control over her magic. I mean, she's teleporting, she's levitating.
This seems to be another issue I had, though, and quite possibly still have, as I've noticed that while I've got the headphones on, I talk loud enough to hear. As soon as the headphones come off, the volume of my voice goes down, and it gets really awkward to update, to sort that out after the video, after I've done recording it. It's something I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to keep my volume the same once I've done watching the episode and the headphones come off. I'll get there. I will get there.
She'll panic over being 20 minutes late, but in this, it was just, 20 minutes. Well, no problem.
You can see the awkwardness in me. You can tell this is my first time really properly being on camera as the focus. I will say, though, that doing it back then, I did seem to stumble over my words less than I do now. So now it seems like I've put in so much energy that I try and talk too quickly, and I just end up falling over my own sentences, or words. I guess it's a trade-off, although, as has been pointed out, that does give my editor plenty of opportunity to mock me in the comments he leaves up there, and he does that pretty regularly. Yeah, my editor and I don't get on so well. It wouldn't be so bad if, my editor wasn't actually me.
Ooh, let's play cards, and now I'm not going to do a thing with you for the rest of the day.
That was creepy. That look was creepy. Do I still do those creepy looks? I do still do those creepy looks, don't I? I am so sorry about that.
It could have been a lot worse. Ultimately, there are very few episodes that I don't enjoy.
See, I'm using jump cuts now. Why was I using fade transitions earlier?
It made me smile, and just haggard cadence and Shining suddenly turning up at the door. That was funny. Hi! Please take our child.
Oh, I was so awkward back then. I am really glad that I've got my stage persona set now.
All in all, out of 10, I give this a good solid banana, and I'll be watching it again at some point.
I'd forgotten that I was giving ratings in random food I just plucked out of the air. Wow, okay, yeah, close that down. Cringe. Well, that was awkward, wasn't it? I don't know what more I can really say about my performance there other than awkward, cringe, no energy in it. But as I say, that was my first time on camera being the focus of whatever it was I was doing. That was my first time being the actual focus of attention on the camera. So I can understand why I was awkward. I mean, before that, my being on camera was while I was streaming a game. I was a little rectangle in the corner, and the main attention was the game. Okay, I'd still interact with my viewers then and make my part in it entertaining, but my part, my little rectangle here, was not the focus back then. So to be the one filling the whole box and being the actual focus, yeah, that was really, really quite awkward. I can understand why I was awkward and low on energy there. The cringe, that's just all me in general. I can't do anything about the cringe. That's just who I am. But yeah, you can see that the social anxiety still had full hold while I was doing these videos then. As I say, I had not obviously found my stage persona then, which, I'm kind of getting to grips with now, thankfully. So while, as I have mentioned previously, I do still have a panic attack before each episode, once I am in my stage persona and recording, it's a lot less awkward, he says awkwardly. Hang on, just sit up a bit, because I'm a slob and a slouch. Well, that's what the videos on the channel was like back then. I'd like to think since then the channel has evolved. There's new things showing up. There's fanfic readings that still crop up from time to time. There's the knockoff videos, which seem to have had a good reception, and I really enjoy doing those. Because it's awesome just seeing the weird and wonderful knockoff merch that's out there, and just bringing my own personal brand of what the hey is this to you. Just look at it! Look at it! It's strange! It's weird! It's unusual! Look at it! What am I doing? So yes, the channel has evolved. I'd like to think that it's improving. The quality of the videos is improving. The quality of the style is improving. Just generally showing improvement on improvement on improvement, building on blocks that I'm setting down, laying roads to what I hope is still going to be a future. And on the note of the future, where is the channel going? Well, I'd like to think it's going to keep going strong and just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I want to start bringing in collaborations. I want to start becoming a big part of the community, because that is something that I've always had a trouble with before. As with the social anxiety, it's awkward for me to be part of the community. It's awkward for me to approach people and say, hey look, you want to do something with me, or can I do something with you, or anything along those lines. I want to start becoming a bigger part of the community, by which I mean doing more stuff in the community, not bigger as in greater as in having more people admire and go crazy over me, because I really don't think I would handle fame well, and I really don't want you to think that I want to get too big for my boots. There's that awkward anxiety coming in again, isn't there? So what has this all been? This has all been one big lead up to a Patreon commercial. That's right, I've got a Patreon. I'm just kidding, I actually don't want to make a huge deal over that. I do have a Patreon, and the link to it is down in the description, but I don't want to make that a huge deal, because as I've said before, I have no intention of putting anything behind paywalls or anything like that. I've no intention of making you feel like you're missing out if you're not a patron. You know, okay, there might be a couple of rewards. I mean, the rewards at the moment are a bit basic, but in the future they're obviously going to improve. But still, you're not going to be missing out with the channel if you're not a patron. And so yeah, now I've said that I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it, and going to make a huge deal out of it, let's step on. Another thing that I didn't have when I started was my Twitter, which is at Feral Brony, capital F, capital B, no spaces. Go and follow me, please. Go and follow me. You can leave this going in the background, but go and follow me if you feel like it. And I'm going to be honest, it's been a good thing to have, because I've just been able to put up all sorts of weird inanities on there. You know, just pony stuff that pops into my head, and I think, hang on, yeah, that's an interesting point. Shall I put it on YouTube? It's not really going to make it worthwhile putting onto YouTube. Let's just stick it on Twitter, shall we? Such as, can we just take a moment to acknowledge that in the movie, the ponies, Rainbow Dash specifically, helped pirates get their passion back for piracy. Okay, so yeah, swashbuckling treasure hunters, yeah, and yes, as Rainbow Dash then points out, pirates. They are pirates. What do pirates do? Pirates steal from people. Pirates take what other people have and keep it for their own. And yeah, okay, you might say, oh no, but what about the Robin Hood thing? You know, taking from the rich to give to the poor. Does rescuing those treasures and storing them away, saving those gemstones for a rainy day, sound very Robin Hoody? They're not giving any of it away. They're burying it and they're squirreling it away and keeping it for themselves. And that's the sort of conversation and debate that gets put up on Twitter, because it wouldn't make a very long video here. But yes, other than that, there are going to be more fanfic readings on the channel. There's going to be more knockoff videos on the channel. There's going to be more on the way. I may not have a lot of subscribers, but every single one of you I do have, if you've been here from the start or if you've only joined recently, I love you all. Thank you very much for following me. Yeah, there may not be many of you at the moment, but I'm hoping there will be a larger number in the future. But even with just a few of it, when I had 10 subscribers, this channel was becoming something for me to be proud of and feel like I've achieved something and been a part of life. So I'm hoping, and I am fully intending, that this is not going to go away anytime soon. I do hope you have enjoyed watching this episode, because I really enjoyed looking back on where I started to see where I've got to now. If you did enjoy it, then stick a like in the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the like button if you liked it. Words, which, as I say, I still stumble over a lot, more than I used to. If you're not a subscriber and you want to be, I don't know why I am failing at wordsing more now than I did throughout the rest of it. Right, let's try that again. Okay, if you liked the video, you can touch the like button and give me a like. If you're not a subscriber and you would like to be, well, the subscribe button is right there. I'll wait here while you click it. So, done? Great, cool, awesome. And if you have anything you'd like to say on the video, then the comments section is all the way down there. It's a bit of scrolling down to reach it, but yeah, feel free to say pretty much whatever you want in there. I have babbled on and fallen over my words long enough, so well, here's to a year as the Feral Brony, and hopefully many, many more. Thanks again, guys. I love you all. See you all next time.